Hey Mitchie, welcome in. Hey user, welcome in. Hey Therese, welcome in. Karen, welcome in. Yo-yoing Yang, welcome in. Karen Liz, welcome in. Welcome back. Dartini, welcome in. Kat, welcome in. Oh, Kat, welcome back. Hey Therese, yes. Doing really good. Thank you so much. Brooke Homer, welcome in. Jennifer Marie, welcome in. Samantha, welcome in. Hey Liz, always welcome. Dartini, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming back. I know we were in it in that last one, but I had to go to the bathroom. I needed to go to the bathroom in order to start the second line. Hey Brooke, welcome in. This may be our last. Yeah, sunset. Yeah. Hey Kat, welcome back. 13 and tell me to finish my homework. Now it's time to finish your homework. What homework do you have? Hey Wild Faith. No, we just started the second line. I thought we gained 200 days. I know, Samantha, same here. Yes, the grand finale. I know. Yes, we did. We got a whole bunch. How much did we make? I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance. I had to go to the bathroom really bad. Oh, nursing school homework. What is it? Do you have to do reading tonight? 93,000? Wow. Yeah, that's a huge one for you guys. It's a huge one. Yeah. I know, we don't know what's gonna happen on Sunday. Right. Liz, yeah. Our thumbs are gonna be like shaking. We'll wait just a couple of minutes for everybody to come in. Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. I have to do all my labs prep work. Okay. I spent a long time adding everyone on other platforms. Yes, we connected finally on Red Note. When TikTok is done, Samantha, right? I'm deleting everything meta. Yes, same here. Guys, the thing, I was talking to the earlier live about it. The thing with, the thing that makes me nervous about going onto another platform is that TikTok, everybody has it easily accessible in their hands and the conversation. Yes, Rach, I'm on Red Note with the same, right. I have the same handle on Red Note. With TikTok, it's so readily available in your hand or your iPad, and people really have made a habit around it. That's my experience with it. Like the people that I follow on lives, like when I'm scrolling, I kind of know who to check in with. But with YouTube or Instagram, I'm not sure if people are going to stick with their habits on social media. Oh, thank you so much for that, Cowboy Hat. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Who sent that? Corey, thank you. Corey, welcome back. Corey, we haven't seen you in a while. Corey's one of the she's one of the OGs. She bought us our first Christmas book on our live. Yay, Corey. Stacy, and we had to walk Corey through the hurricanes in Florida. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, let's. Social media era has done it, and we're. Yeah, Samantha. hmm Snowstorm in Colorado. Oh, wow. Yeah, and that's what the best thing was. In our earlier feed in the East Coast, they had their snowstorm. So it was always fun doing things like this when we had. And then we had the fires here in California, the electricity went out. It's good to have a group like this. So what makes me nervous about it is that we do the live, and I'm going to be transparent. I do get compensated for this. Like, it's I get like I think I average about $20 every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, TikTok pays out their money, and I usually get about $20 per week, and I've put it into a savings account. So that money gets deposited into a savings account. I've collected about $200 since I've been doing this since September, and that makes it not that it makes it worth it, but I enjoy doing it because of that. Oh, Maggie Daniels, her house is covered in snow already. Oh, well, I gotta talk to my friend because she's out there. Yeah. Hey, just Susie, welcome back. I'm sorry, I left so abruptly. You guys had worked so hard too, making all those. Mhm. Oh, thank you so much, Clay Logan. I appreciate that. Yeah, the compensation is really, and that I mean, not that that makes it. It does. I get a lot of joy out of it, and I enjoy doing it. But I just feel like I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna mull it over. I plan on doing the Sunday scaries like normal. I mean, um, even if the scrolling on TikTok goes away, at least they'll still. I'm hoping they'll still have the lives. Yes, it's a plea. Yes, Liz, I agree. Yeah, sunset. That's true. Yeah, you're right. hmm Oh, Prince Hairflip, I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's so much fun. We read a book which we hadn't done in a while. We read a The Leaf Thief. Oh, let me switch this. And we talked about anxious attachment, and I forgot about how good those conversations get. hmm Yeah, and I agree. That's what builds this community up. Is just vulnerability. Yeah. So because of that, I bought out, and since this might be our last live, we don't know what's going to happen after this. So this is officially our last live. Might be our last live. I don't know. I went and got I went into the archives. I love that we are so safe. Yes, exactly, Liz. I agree. I think the latest is this here. Yeah. Yeah, the servers don't have permission they need. So, yeah. Yes. 10,000 K followers. We need we need a place. Okay, so let's do this. Most of you are already signed on to my YouTube page, so we'll just continue the same schedule. If it goes dark on if it goes dark on Sunday, um, I'll go on at the same time on YouTube, and we'll just start from the ground up. Yes, 10K. Yes, Megan. We'll just start with the ground up there and on YouTube. Okay, thank you so much for that, Sensei. Maggie Daniels will be there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and we'll just figure it out as we go. Figure it out. I'm trying to think of other ways too. Hey, John, welcome in. Kat, you'll be there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll just start there and see how it goes. Cross our fingers, John. Oh, okay, Wild Faith. Sounds good, Dorothea. Okay, yeah, we'll have to figure out our names. We'll have to figure out our names. Okay, so I dug into the archives, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the leaf, the very last leaf. I always like this book because I feel like it's a book about transformation. Transformation and the art of letting go. The ego. I know, sunset, yes. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. I really appreciate that. Yeah, everybody, the group is what makes this a special group. The very last leaf. Transformation and letting go. From his first day of school in the spring, Lance Cottonwood was the best and brightest student. He blossomed in budding. Look at me, I'm a leaf. He breezed through the wind. He breezed through wind resistance. Some others were not so lucky. Better luck next time. He was a breath of fresh air in Photosynthesis 101. Don't you just love the taste of sunlight in the morning? And he passed pigment changing with flying colors. Yellow, everybody. How do you do? I thought there was a 200-day extension. John, yeah. I thought so too, but then Chow, the CEO, says, he made his announcement today and was talking about how Trump is gonna, do something. I don't know. Maybe they need to cut the switch on the server. You're right, and change the algorithm. Senator in Arkansas voted against it and killed that. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. What Biden said. And then, guys, did you hear about how they're taking the inauguration and they're moving it in? They're moving it in, which is going to leave all those people who are flying into DC to watch the inauguration, and they're like, we know it's going to be super cold, but we anticipated that, but they're shutting them all out. Shit's gonna get real. Shit's gonna get real. They're closing us all out. They're closing us all out. Corey, everything's going good. I think they've got a hold on it, but there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of displaced people. Yeah. All right. The reason why I liked reading this book is because I feel like, how when you, I think the best way to connect this is like a breakup, when you break up with somebody and you have to go through that mourning period. And it's like with anything, like with a job, with a career, or anything. One day you're confident, happy, everything's going great. I hope so, John. Everything's going great, everything's exciting, and then something happens and you have to start all over again. I almost feel like this with my TikTok page. I was like Lance Cottonwood. I went from 600 viewers, did my live, and then went to 5,000. I met a whole bunch of fun people. Are you ever going to read Walter and the Farting Gun? Bobby, I'll get that one. Yeah, closing it because of protesters. Yeah, tester lives. Yeah. 2, because of threats. With everything going on in this country and bombs exploding and everything, who knows what they're planning. I really feel on both sides of our government, I really feel like each side takes a turn. Like the Democrats had to do their thing over there in the Middle East, and I feel now the Republicans have their own people that they got to worry about. So as a threat, so they probably not. They probably got a lot of threats. Mhm. Yeah, a lot of issues. High in the sky. That's all of us. High in the sky. We're our ego up here. During the last class of the autumn semester, Lance began to worry about his final exam. The test would take him from the top of his sturdy tree to the grass down below. Mhm. Yeah, we do need to learn from other countries. We do. So, this is all of us right now, flying high in the sky with our life. During his last class of the autumn semester, Lance began to worry about his final exam. This is me and this is you guys. I'm worried. I'm not sure if the live's going to continue. John. We don't know. The other leaves couldn't wait to take the leap. But Lance Cottonwood didn't feel that way because Lance Cottonwood, there's our little leaf friend. Right? Just relax. I know. Way too bloated. Bloated, just like our spending, government spending. Lance Cottonwood, we always love this good fall coloring. Was afraid to fall. Yeah, just relax. We'll be on YouTube. We'll be on YouTube, and we're gonna keep the schedule. Okay, 10 o'clock for the East Coast, 9 o'clock for the West Coast. We'll be on YouTube. And we're gonna keep the same schedule. So everybody Sunday night, if you remember, jump on YouTube, and we'll be on that live. That'll be the main camera. And you guys can still comment. It's just that the comments will disappear and you can't scroll back to see what people have said. You'll just have to keep an eye on the comments. This is us right now, guys. We're afraid to fall. We've been comfortable. We've been comfortable on our live here on TikTok. We've been comfortable, but now this is us. We're afraid to let go. I'm afraid to let go. I'm afraid to let go of this because I feel like people aren't going to come, they're going to eventually find other things to do and then it'll dissolve. That's my fear. That's my fear. I feel like we're all going to move on because TikTok really does have something special about it. And I feel like we'll all start at the beginning, but then it'll slowly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Liz, I'm counting on it. I'm counting on it. But yeah, that was gonna happen regardless. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sunset, I really appreciate that. Yeah, Sage. Yeah, Clay Logan. Yeah, we'll stick it through. Mm-hmm. Yes, Lauren, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like TikTok is dying a slow death. I really appreciate that, Liz. Change the person because of it, and I will bring it. Yes, thank you so much, Just Relax. I appreciate it. Yeah. We should have stayed on my face. I know, right? It's a pride. I love it. I'm a ride or die forever. I'll be seeing you on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna keep the schedule. That's why I liked being on the same time every day because it was something that I could plan around. Hannah, Hannah Maho, Hannah, Hannah, Hannah Mahmood one. Yes, I really want to get No David. Yeah, I'll get the No David ones tomorrow. Since it's a 3-day weekend, tomorrow's my day off, so I'll probably go to the library. I got some books that I need to return, but I'll probably go to the library again. Yes, just relax. I agree. Somehow, some way, if I need to, in chat rooms, that lives remind me of both. Yes, Maggie Daniels. I agree. Yeah. No Zuckerberg. Right? Yeah. No Zuckerberg. Yeah. TikTok is just easy and comfortable. John, you're right. No, no. Yeah. Liz, yeah, I was looking at some videos from YouTube and I was looking up what's coming up in 2025. And supposedly they're supposed to have, so if you build your channel, you'll have your posts, your shorts, and you're also gonna be able to form your own communities. So you'll have a space where people will be able to join your page and they'll be able to upload their pictures to your so for instance, we would have like our own page where everybody could upload pictures and we could see what everybody's doing. So the live intersect, yeah. If they do that, I think that would be amazing. Yeah, that would be really good. So we would have our own little community, um, and then we could just share, what we're doing. So it'd be fun. Yeah. Yes, we're interactive. John. Right? We should do like a FaceTime or something. I know. Just Susie had started a page. I just haven't gotten around to doing to fit it in. Um, Prince Hairfield. Prince Hairfield. That's a good question. I think I'm just gonna make my YouTube page more centered around children's lit. I'm in the process of writing a book, so a children's literature book. So I want to use it for that as well. My saved videos, I think I'm just gonna let them go. Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. I appreciate that. Maggie Daniels, yeah. Okay, so Lance was jealous of his neighbor Doug Fir. Doug was Doug was an evergreen, and evergreens didn't have to fall. Doug got to sit on his branch and feel the cold, wet snow on his face all winter long. But Lance Lance was a cottonwood, and cottonwood trees are deciduous. They lose their leaves in autumn, so Lance was expected to fall like all the Lance cottonwood ancestors who came before him. Oh, Prince Hairflip, tell me about it. I've got some really good ones too that I've saved. Some of you can save to your phone. It takes up a lot of space though. So this is Doug Fir. I think this is Mark Zuckerberg here. Doug Fir doesn't go anywhere. He's year-round, stays, and this is us trying to fight for our lives. Mm-hmm. Does the live keep pausing, or is that just me? Oh, I'm wondering if it's... When autumn arrived, one by one, other students let go and floated to the ground below. But Lance was comfortable at the top, and that was where he would stay. No one expected him to be scared, so Lance made up excuse after excuse. Saving the best for last. Ladies first. I have a bit of a cough today. Yeah, he does, Lauren. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. So the leaves started letting them some of the leaves started dropping. Some people started dropping down to other social media. But Lance Cottonwood's like, no, I'm gonna stay. Save the best for last. Ladies first. I have a bit of a cough today. Cough, cough. I'm comfortable here on our live on TikTok. I'm not going anywhere. But Lance couldn't trick them for long. As leaf after leaf passed the final test, they started to talk. He's a scaredy leaf. I guess he's not good at everything. He's too yellow to be evergreen. Uh-oh. Everybody's laughing at him. Oh, Lance Cottonwood. Everybody's made their decision. Everybody's jumped ship. Still holding on. Cool days turned into colder nights, and Lance decided he was going to beat the odds. He would stay on his tree all winter, just like Doug. It looks like we're going to be best friends. Mark Zuckerberg. This is us. It looks like we're going to be best friends, Mark Zuckerberg. But he is a capitalist, so he will throw us under the bus at any time. So we can't stick with him. Can't stick with him. Mm-hmm. Yep. He will throw us under the bus at any time. But here we are, anxious attachment. If I have to stick with you, I am, even if I have to change myself. Even if I have to change myself. By the end of the week, Lance was the only leaf left on the tree. Lance's teacher knew he was worried, but she also knew he would be okay. It's okay to be scared, Lance. I'm here to help you through this. Lance thought about why he was scared. He was terrified of landing in a gutter or getting stuck on a windshield, or worst of all, falling where the dog did his business. Guys, this book is really relatable, especially with what we're going through. This is the CEO of TikTok. I know you guys are scared. It's okay. I'm here to help you. This is also you guys, the audience. It's okay, Edward. Stick with you. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are, Liz. We'll stick with you. This is me. Are they going to come back? If I go to YouTube? Are they going to come back if I go to Instagram? Mm-hmm. Worse yet, what happens if social media all disappears and we can't have fun? Look at that face. We've all been here, though. If I make this decision, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to end up in a gutter? Am I going to end up on a windshield? Or am I going to end up on a pile of shit? Am I going to make this worse for myself? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not the most glamorous thing to happen. Leaf has a real life. He is real. He's got decisions to make. He needs to let go, though. Yeah, I can't function without my 5 hours of blue light screen. I homeschool media because, yes. Right? After talking about his worries, Lance felt a little better. And when he looked down again, things didn't look so bad. Some kids had made a leaf pile to jump into. Other kids were collecting leaves for crafts. Lance's friends were happy. They were safe. and they looked like they were having fun, Lance knew it was time to take the big leap. Mm-hmm. If we didn't have social media, we'd be restricted to socializing with the people around us. Gross. Lauren, right? Yay to the introverts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like why would I do that when I can avoid reality? It's so true. We have to deal with reality. It's like you have to deal with reality. Okay, I'm gonna deal with reality, but I need my me time. This is our me time. Yes, introverts unite. So he's looking at his choices. He's seeing what's going on down there. Kids are having fun. They're making crafts with the leaves. Hmm. Yes, Liz, exactly. Yes, Lauren. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's important. It's so important. Mm-hmm. It's very important. So he's making a decision, and they look like they were having fun. Lance knew it was time to take the leap. Yes, Jamie, it's so true. And you get to still be by yourself. You don't have energies taking from you. You get to enjoy a pretty little Valentine's tree with a little cloth and white light and some gorgeous art. Mm-hmm. Cat, right? Yes. Less than 5 minutes without TikTok. Yes, Samantha, I agree. Yeah. I spend a lot of my time on TikTok. Just because there's so many things to look for, too. If I need help with something visually, I like looking at it. Just relax. I'll make YouTube. I'll be on YouTube. I'll make that depending on what happens tomorrow, because it could all change tomorrow or Sunday. But let's all be on the same page that on Sunday, let's check into YouTube. Yes, just relax. Mm-hmm. Lance's teacher assured him he could do it. He was one of the hardest working students in class. The other students cheered him on from down below. They were right. He could do it. He worked hard, he studied hard, and he knew his stuff. I'll get more studying done on TikTok. Nah, I know, ain't that the truth? Yeah, same here. I could probably start exercising again. But who wants to do that when you can live stream on TV? So his friends started cheering him on. He's ready to go. Lance loved Doug, but Lance wasn't an evergreen and never would be. Lance looked below. He took a deep breath, and with stem quivering, yes, just relax. So he said goodbye to Mark Zuckerberg. Can't be like you. Don't want to be like you. Can't be like you. Made peace with it. He said his final goodbye. His last piece of letting go. He had to process. He had to think. He had to feel. And the last step was saying goodbye to Doug Fir. He let go. Practicing what he studied, Lance focused and floated gently into the pile below. He let go. And look at his peaceful face after he let go. If he has a peaceful face, that means that he made the right decision. when it's the right piece. Can you say hi? Nays Honey. Hey, Nays Honey. I'll send a rose. Oh, thank you, Madison. Mm-hmm. He let go. Yeah. Of TY. Yeah. Yeah. He let go of TikTok. And that's, Jamie, you're right. We have to let it go. Because we have to let it, we need that energy to let it transform. We need to transform that energy. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Say hi. Nays Honey. I kind of like those though, because I think they're funny. Nays Honey. Nays Honey. Can we block? Can we get that Madison Ayers? It's over my head. I don't know. Nays Honey. Lance Cottonwood may have been the last one to finish his test, but he did not fail. He was once again on top. You did it, Lance. The gang's all here. Yeah. Just relax. No, I agree. I just think it's funny. I guess it's middle school humor. This is okay. Yeah, you gotta let it go. We gotta let go of TikTok. I gotta let it go. And I have to tell the universe, we had a plan. This was the plan. We had some success, but now you're taking it away. So I have to trust the universe. I have to reset, regroup. I need to journal it. And I need to tell the universe, okay, we were doing good. We built a positive community. Now there's an obstacle in front of us. Obstacle. You know, we have to let it go. You have to let go of TikTok. Universe, I release TikTok back into the universe. Release the energy. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the good people that I met here on the live. I release the energy and let it go. And let it, what's that saying? If it was meant to be, it'll come back. So we're going to release it. Let's all do it together. Let's release it into the universe again. Thank the universe for the opportunities that TikTok gave us. Everything that we were able to do with it, the people that we've met. I saw a blue jay out my window this morning. I think that was a sign. Yes. I agree. The blue jay. Yes. Yes, Lauren. Thank you, TikTok, for doing it. Yes. Thank you, universe, for all the good people here that have come. My original intention was I'm going to go on. Even if there's 2 or 3 people, I'm just going to stay on. Even if I don't read correctly or if it doesn't feel positive, I'm just going to do it because you don't know who might need it at that moment. That was the original intention. That was the intention we set forth. Mystic Meg, yes. Yes, thank the universe for bringing this. Thank God, thank Allah, thank the Holy Spirit. Let's bring every deity known to man down. Bring it, even the ones on the other side of the world. Bring every deity known to man. I have my henna tattoos on right now because I've been inspired by this book. I have my henna tattoos and I am going to do a sign. Henna tattoo. So we let it go, guys. We let it go. The end. Just relax. I know, right? It was. We've officially done it. We've cleared ourselves. We've cleared our caches. We've cleared our drives. Filter it out. Filter it out. Pull it out. Physically pull it out. Pull the energy out. Let it all go. Mm-hmm. Sarah Haven, the little fireplace. Mm-hmm. Monica, I don't. I'm single. That was a whole live long time ago. We talked all about that. We've gone really deep on these lives. Really deep. I love it. All right. Let's vote. Okay, so we are doing from the archives. We've pulled from the archives. You guys let me do all the silly things that I love. I always wanted to say, every time I watch those fashion shows and they talk about pulling things from the archives, I think it's so special. Mm-hmm. Sarah, we are on, yes, I have cat kids. Very, very true. Sarah, we are on YouTube right now. We're live streaming simultaneously with YouTube. So if you go to my link in my bio, you can click there. Let me see. Yes, fur babies. One child named Bam Bam and one, yes, contracted worker Pebbles. You're right, Clay Logan. She is on her own terms. Mm-hmm. Yes, Sarah. And we're all going to meet at the same time. We do 10 o'clock East Coast feed, 9 o'clock the West Coast feed. Nothing's going to change when it comes to the time. We're all going to stay here the same. And we're just going to show up on YouTube. Showing, yep, she is a very independent woman. Hey, Victoria, welcome back. Yeah. John, right? You sing it, George Michaels. Yeah, just relax. Pebbles, she doesn't need anybody. She just needs her heating pad. She needs her food in the morning. Those are non-negotiables. She needs her kitty litter. Because she will, if her kitty litter is not clean, she will go into the bathroom, into the shower, and she'll take a dump in there. That's when I know she's intelligent. That's when I now have to go clean the kitty litters because they're too full. Clay Logan, yeah. They're on routine. On routine. I wake up at 6. They're already stretching and moving about on the bed at 5:30. Mm-hmm. Just relax. I got this one from, yeah, she does not play, Victoria. She has me on check. Just relax. I got this heating pad. It's like a little square one on Amazon. I think I paid like $25 for it. And I keep it mid temperature. She loves it because she's got thin hair. And she just loves spreading out on it. Loves it. Yeah, she's got a lot of non-negotiables. And if I don't clean that kitty litter and both, because there's two kitty, they've got access to 2 kitty litters. Mm-hmm, she is, yeah. That's a surprise, yeah. And they have access to 2 kitty litters. And if I don't clean it, if there's too much in there, she'll go to that shower. And she's guilty too. She won't come out. When I come home, I put my stuff down and then I give them their kitty snacks. And if she's done something, she doesn't come out of the room. I know she's done something. But it takes a while. Yes, just relax. Mm-hmm. It takes a while for it to click. And then I'll move the shower curtain out of the way. There they are. A big surprise. And then I have to say, okay, I'll just pick them up with tissue and put them in the toilet. And then I'll go clean the kitty litters. I do have Clorox disinfectant to clean, so I spray that area and then clean it up. All right, Going into the archives, we're going to read The Invisible Boy. Yeah. She puts it in place. You clean it yourself. Yeah. I remember my mom, because she's the one, she always loved cats too. My mom, when our cats would do that, when they would poop inside the house, she always had them trained. When they would poop inside the house, she would get them, and um, she would like hold them down, force them, and she would wipe the poop on their nose, so they would have to clean it. And that's her way of telling us that, or that's what she would do to keep them from doing it. And I would say it worked. I would never do that to my cat. If they do that, I know I'm responsible. If she's pooped in the shower, um, if she's pooped in the shower, that's my fault. I've done something. I'm a gentle parent. It's my fault. My mom, she was tough. Yeah. Yes. Uh-huh. Should have known better than she. You're 7. John, thank you for singing to me. Yes, just relax. Parenting has changed, yes. Yeah. Parenting has changed. It has. I could never do that to my kid. Ever, 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 never, ever. It's not their fault. Generally, my cats are really good. They always go in the kitty litter. They always go in the kitty litter. Yeah, my dad did with my dogs. Yeah. Yes, for me, I think it's my special ed training. If there's a behavior, kids will show a behavior because something isn't right. Something's not right with them. Something's going wrong with them. So you have to find out what's causing the behavior. If they're just being a brat, they're just being a brat. But I have to look at the kitty litter. If the kitty litter is full, then that's my fault. That's on me. I didn't do my job as a parent. I didn't do my job correctly as a parent. So. Yeah. Yeah. All right, The Invisible Boy. Guys, watch. We're gonna look at the time. It's 12 o'clock. This one is a classic. We love this one. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Miss Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Okay, there's Miss Carlotti. There's the invisible boy. And then here are all the kids that Miss Carlotti has to take care of. She's got these 2 really dramatic kids in her class. These kids require a lot of attention, a lot of reassurance, a lot of checking in. Guys, some of the kids that I work with, I have this one student that I work with. He very anxious attachment, but he loves attention. And we do this system with him. It's called a check-in, check-out. And it has a rating scale on it of 1 and 2. For each period, he has goals that he has to follow. And by the end of the day, we check it. This kid named Blair was always asking questions in 2nd grade. Yes. And he, you have to check in with him every day because he just likes that. He likes the attention from adults. And he's a sweet kid. His maturity level is mature. He doesn't act like an 8th grader. He probably acts like a 5th or 6th grader. He's tall and lanky, and but I like working with him. He's just, it's just very normal. It's very normal behavior, but because he's on a because he's got the contract, the IEP, I have to check with him and check in with him regularly. And this is what he reminds me of. He will do work in the classroom. He won't do work because he gets distracted. But when he comes into the room, either with me or the assistant, he'll sit and he'll do his work. And he just likes talking while he's doing his work. My heart melts. Just because they need hand holding. And it's just like adults. We're talking about anxious attachment style. They just need their hands to be held. But this is middle school. We can't do that. And even worse in high school. I need my hand to be held, so. Nathan has problems with what Miss Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. We all remember kids like this in the classroom. All of us. Dramatic, loud, excessive. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You just got to channel it in the right direction. But then we have our friend Brian here, invisible. Black and white. Drawn on a little piece of discarded paper. I never noticed that drawing. I always saw it, but I didn't notice it was a little piece of discarded paper. The little loose leaf on the end there. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. So here they are. Here they are choosing teams, and our little friend Brian doesn't get chosen. Doesn't get chosen. JT glances in Brian's direction and, just as quickly, looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball. So they all are playing. Everybody's on their team. And then you have our little friend Brian left all by himself. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool was awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, adds Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, said Madison. Everybody did, except Brian. He wasn't invited. So they're all talking about a party that they all went to, except for Brian. But this happens in our adult life as well. Brian is an introvert. He's probably going to grow up to be an introvert. Yes, Victoria, it's true. Always try to put myself in other people's shoes to see. Yes, true empathy. This happens in our adult life too. You have a group of people doing something and you feel invisible. Our politicians, TikTok, us. This is us. Yes, Jamie, you're right. The illustrations tell a lot. The other side of the story. Samantha, yes. Our politicians make us feel invisible. At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table, doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons scaling tall buildings, space aliens locked in intergalactic battles, greedy pirates digging for treasure, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. Yes, sinister. I agree. Yep. Behind it, they don't care about our livelihoods. Let's send millions of dollars or trillions of dollars for war. Let's do that. And here we are being really creative, just like Brian. And our creativity is being overlooked. Look at how creative our friend Brian is. All the things that the kids are missing out on because they're too busy, wrapped up in their own lives. Little Brian's just drawing away. This is us on YouTube or on TikTok. Just trying to be creative. And you have the evil politicians. Evil politicians making us invisible. On Monday morning, Miss Carlotti introduces Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. Yes. And billionaires. Yes. Jamie, you're right. We forgot about the billionaires. Yeah, we forgot about them. Yes. I know that one guy. What's his name? Thorin, the guy with the axe that used to chop wood without a shirt. He's got a whole candle collection going now. He's got all these other things going, and it's like, what, what's going on here? That's like his main bread and butter. I don't think he's on any other social media. Oh, I mean, I really appreciate that. Cass, I'm on YouTube. We're streaming on YouTube right now simultaneously, and all of these get uploaded onto YouTube. Paul Bergeron. Is that his name? I thought his name was Thorin Bradley. Yes. I heard it At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. What's that? Asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. It's bulgogi. Bul what? Bulgogi. It's Korean. It's Korean barbecue beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I will eat bulgogi. And the kids laugh, all of them, that is, except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. Oh, thank you so much, Lana, for the heart. I really appreciate that. The lumberjack. Oh, okay. So all the kids, our friend Justin comes in. Justin's new. The mean group making fun of his food. Brian here. The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin, I thought the bulgogi looked good. Brian. Aw. Little Brian, very creative, made a little note for this little boy Justin, who knew, put it in his cubby. Put it in his cubby, and Justin saw it. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Yeah. Thanks for the note. Hey, Justin, Emilio calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. So there's little Brian. Justin notices that he's drawing. And then Emilio calls him over because he's doing tetherball. Back in class, Ms. Carlotti asks the kids to team up in 2s or 3s for a special project. The kids scurry around the room and pair off. Brian heads toward Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Miss Carlotti said we can have up to 3 people in our group. We're only 2. Come on, Emilio. Let him work with us. Okay, I guess. Oh. Emilio, trying to steal Justin away, strong-arming him away from him. And there's little Brian. Oh, thank you so much for the heart hands. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Lucy. And Justin says that he wish he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. But then Justin says, no. The teacher said we can have 3 of us, so let's include him. Look at how all this time Justin has been in black and white. But the moment, or Brian's been in black and white, the moment Justin touches him, look at what happens to him. Love. You loved. Justin loved. This is a good Valentine's Day book. Ms. Carlotti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in this photograph. Use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think would live in houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. Yes. Yes, he feels seen. And look at how happy he is. Look, he's in full color now. Look at that smile. Justin is a breath of fresh air. We went from small discarded piece of paper to this. Little Justin, or little Brian, I'm sorry. We love a good book that gives us no words, just pictures. Look at how much fun they're all having. Brian, he's in full color now. He's included. It's lunchtime again. Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian, he hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table. But he's still in color, though. He comes to the lunch table filled with anxiety, filled with self-doubt, and then Justin calls him over, lights up his day. But the thing about Justin, though, or the thing about Brian, though, is that he was an artist, and he did have some things that he was capable of doing on his own. He didn't need no people. He was an artist. Remember, even though these people were mean to him, He was still an artist. He still had value. Somebody just needed to point that out to him. You don't need anybody, Brian. You don't. He already had value. I'm healing myself through this book. So he has his own value. Does he really need to go to these kids to feel validated? Maybe, but he's got his own worth. Yeah, Justin is helping him out. We appreciate that. But we need to be able to stand on our own. Stand on our own. Yes, it's nice to have people to help us out. Stand on our own, yes. Just like the leaf thief, we can be anxious attachment. It's okay. We can be anxious attachment. It's all right. But we need to stop and we need to say to ourselves, you know what? I have my own value. Even though I go through these moments of doubt, and you've got people laughing and not including you, even though I go through those moments, I can draw the shit out of something. I have value. Lucy, high five. High five. I have value. I have value. Lucy, yep. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. They're giving him cookies. Thanks. Yes, Jamie, I have value. You're right. Good affirmation. What is my value that I give to this earth? What is my value? And when you find your value, lead with it. Even if you move forward, anxious attachment, even if you move forward, you got to feel it. You got to feel it. Keep moving forward until you no longer feel that way. Be successful, just like Brian. Yes. Self-love, got to love yourself. Be your own bestie. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, what did we start reading today? I forgot. Guys, what did we start the live with? We started the live with we didn't start the live with this, did we? No, we didn't. What was the first book we read? Guys, I forgot what was the first book that we read. Oh, The Very Last Leaf. Thank you so much. What did I do with it? Where is it at? Did I put it over here? Oh, wow. So we started with The Very Last Leaf, and then we read The Invisible Boy. I don't know what I did with it. It's probably in here somewhere. Okay, let's take a vote. I know the candle probably burned. Probably burned while we were reading this story. Let's take a vote. Very Last Leaf for one, or Invisible Boy. Which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite? These are from the archives. We've gone into the archives and we've brought out the best of live. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? 1, Essa 2, Clay Logan 2, Lucy 2S, Anna Gumt 2, Lucy 2, Janelle Howell 2, Samantha 2, Paula J 2. No. Invisible Boy is a really good one. It's very deep. Very deep. Clay Logan, Valentine's Day titles. Let's see what we got. I think we do. Oh, here's the very last deep dive. The very last deep. All right. Let's look at this one here because this is where we have the Valentine's Day titles. Oh, this one is a Valentine's Day title because it's got the word love in it. Yeah. Love you forever. I picked this one from the library because it had the word love in it, but I didn't know it was about toilet training. I think this one's about toilet training. This is a familiar one. Yeah, this is a classic. Love you forever. The Kissing Hand. Do you or anyone know what called The Kissing Hand? I'm not familiar with that one. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I love you forever. I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Oh, very sweet. Very sweet. Very tender. Yeah, what year was this published? Because I know I've seen this one before. Oh, this is Robert Munsch? This is 1940, yeah. Published, oh no, in 1986. Yeah, Robert Munsch. He's the same one that did the Paperback Princess. The Paperback Princess. Thank you so much, Monica. Those are my pajamas. Pajama bottoms. The baby grew, he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. This kid is driving me crazy. I know, right? Sinister, yeah. This is the very 1980s. Very 1980s. Definitely of its time. But at nighttime, when the 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Mm-hmm. It was a nightgown, Sinister. Mm-hmm. A nightgown. Mm-hmm. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. This is actually a good book. Funny book. He's 9 years old now. Stinky 9-year-old boy. Look at that kitchen. Got handprints all over. Bringing in the mud. Blowing bubbles. Bubblegum. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up the 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. A problem child, yes. hmm I can't wait to see how this ends. I wonder if I wonder if it ends sad. The boy grew, he grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. Uh-huh. Clay Logan, this one, yeah, this is one that did not make my, did not come into my universe. But at nighttime, when the teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he really was asleep, she picked him up. She picked up the great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you always. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. Rat, rat. Yeah, it got kind of some creepy vibes. Mom's a little creep. Mom can be a little creep, but I think she does it out of the goodness of her heart. That teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town. hmm This is like, for all you Sex and the City fans, this is like Charlotte's first husband, Trey. Remember the mom? When he was bathing in that tub and she was helping him bathe. Oh my goodness. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. Yeah. Um, her name was is close to that, not Cookie, but was it Kitten or Bunny? There you go, Lauren. Bunny. Remember the Vicks when he was sick? She came in and put the Vicks on his chest with Charlotte in bed. Oh my gosh. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. Is this real? if if that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. The cat. We love a good moon. Really? It is sweet though. I'm sure it's going to end really good. Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. One day, she called up her son and said, You'd better come to see me because I'm very old and sick. So her son came to see her. When she came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, I love you forever. I'll like you for always. But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. Aww. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you guys the page. So he's older now, making his own food. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. Aww! sweet. We love it. Oh, he's cradling her. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. The cat's still alive. We love a good cat. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be." Another, aww. Well, they got it. Right? Very sweet. Look at the little wallpaper with the ducks on it. The end. Love you forever. Robert Munsch. He knocked it out of the park with this one. He's the one that did the Paperback Princess. That was a good one. Okay, let's take a vote. As some of your votes might have shifted. The Very Last Leaf won. The Invisible Boy 2. And Love You Forever 3. Mom read this to us every night as a child. She is now. Aww, Alicia, I love that. That's a very sweet. Alicia, maybe you should read this to her. Maybe get a copy and read it to her. That would be great. That would be amazing. Corey 3, Prince Hairflip 2, Monica 3, Paula J 2, Sinister 2. Sweet. Clay Logan 1, Lucy 2, Janelle Howard 3. That one was touching. I like it. I like it because Robert Munsch, his books are interesting. Like his style is very interesting. Yeah, Love You Forever is a classic. I remember seeing this on the shelves a lot. But I thought it was if they edit just in the where she goes to his house. I know, right? It was the right book for tonight. Yes, Sunset was. Okay, I have a good one in here that I totally forgot about as I was looking through the. This one's going to be a long one, but yes, this one's going to be a long one, but I think you guys are going to like it. It's a good way to end the live. It's 10:26. You get a bonus 30 minutes. Oh, Clay Logan. Clay Logan, I could talk for hours. Just kidding. Somebody Loves You, Mr. Hatch. This is part of the Valentine's Day theme, but it's a little bit of a long story. Somebody Loves You, Mr. Hatch. Sinister. We don't know. Sinister, we don't know. Oh, KPG, yeah, 1227 in Texas. For our East Coast friends who've decided to stay up. Sinister, we don't know. That's why on whatever happens tomorrow, whatever the news is, if they say, oh, it's going to stay up, then we'll meet back here again Sunday for the Sunday Night Scaries. Otherwise, we're still sticking with the same time, but we're going to show up on YouTube. YouTube, same time, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock for the East Coast feed. So if you're in the East Coast, when it hits 10 o'clock, go on to YouTube. We should be on. West Coast at 9 o'clock. Everybody in between, I believe it's 2 hours. So if you're in Colorado, It's 12 o'clock, right? Well, no, Texas. That's a good one. Texas, I think you're on the side. Oh, nice, Cleveland. Thank you for letting me know that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, in Texas, it's 12:27. In the East Coast, it's 1 o'clock. So, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, Sinister. Perfect. Somebody loves you, Mr. Hatch. Mr. Hatch was tall and thin, and he did not smile. Every morning at 6:30 sharp, he would leave his brick house and walk 8 blocks to the shoelace factory where he worked. At lunchtime, he would sit alone in a corner, eat his cheese and mustard sandwich, and drink a cup of coffee. Sometimes he bought a prune for dessert. Yeah, Clay Logan. Memories, y'all. Memory. Sinister. I love it. Guys, Mr. Hatch come out of his house on his regular routine. He'd eat his lunch by himself. What was his lunch that he would eat? He'd eat his cheese and mustard sandwich, drink a cup of coffee. Sometimes he bought a prune for dessert. I know, Prince Hairfoot. Mr. Hatch, interesting character. After work, he would make 2 stops. At the newsstand to get his paper, and at the grocery store to buy a fresh turkey wing for his supper. After supper, he read the paper, took a shower, and went to bed early. He keeps to himself. That is what everyone said about Mr. Hatch. I don't really see anything wrong with Mr. Hatch. He just has a nice little routine for himself. Goes to work, doesn't bother anybody, does his job, leaves, gets his paper, gets his chicken wing. He's got to get his turkey wing. Yeah, he lives very simply. Does his routine and then he goes to bed early. Comfortable life. Mr. Hatch. One Saturday, when Mr. Hatch stepped onto the porch with his dustpan and broom, he got a surprise. A package wrapped in brown paper. What's in the window? A cat. You gotta have a cat in children's literature. Always have to have a cat in children's literature. He had never spoken to the postman before. Thank you, Mr. Goober, he said. Mr. Goober smiled. You're welcome. I always enjoy delivering packages. Mr. Hatch tore the brown paper off. Inside was a white box, which he opened to find another box. This one was heart-shaped, all satiny red with a pink bow on top. It was filled with candy. Something fluttered in the porch floor. It was a little white card. He picked it up. It said, "Somebody loves you." Only then did he remember that it was Valentine's Day. So the postman delivers him this box. He's sweeping. Postman delivers this box. He opens it up. It's a big Valentine's Day box, a heart with candies in it. And the note says, "Somebody loves you." Mr. Hatch wondered and wondered. Now who would send this to me? He was all alone. He had no friends. And yet someone had sent him a Valentine. Who? Who? He put the box on the coffee table and tried to do some dusting, but every time he left the room, he had to keep peeking to see if the box was still there. He dusted and dusted, and the dust cloth seemed to whisper, "Somebody loves you. Somebody loves you." At last he flung the dust cloth away and exclaimed, "Why, I've got a secret admirer." And then he did something he had never done before. He laughed. He laughed and danced and clapped his hands. And then he took a piece of candy from the box and ate it. Right, Clay Logan? Mm-hmm. I love those box of chocolates. Do you blame him? That chocolate took him out of his shell. And then he did something he had never done before. He laughed and danced and clapped his hands. That's what chocolate can do for you. That, my friends, right there. Life-changing. Life-changing. I know, Prince Hairflip, right? Oh, thank you so much, Super Kitty Flip. Yeah, I want someone to get me a box like box of rocks. Maybe some crystals, Sunset. I think that would be really pretty. A heart filled with crystals. Little rocks that you get, little pieces that you can pick up and look at. And then put them back in. Pick another one out, look at it. And then when you shake it, it makes that little sandy sound. Mr. Hatch changed his shirt and found some old aftershave in the bottom drawer. He splashed it on his face. He picked out a yellow tie with blue polka dots and put it on. And then he went for a walk. Maybe, he thought, I will meet the person who sent me the candy. Of course, no one had ever seen Mr. Hatch wearing a tie, or smelling of aftershave, or smiling, so he got a lot of attention. Mrs. Weed tipped over her dog. Mr. Dunwoody nearly fell off his ladder, and little Tina Finn spilled all the toys out of her wagon. Mr. Hatch waved hello to all of them. Mr. Hatch has a spring in his step. Look at him. What chocolate and attention could do. I wish I could share a picture in live comments so I could show you guys. Oh, that'd be amazing. I know, that'd be cool. We could see. So everybody's gotten shaken up because of Mr. Hatch. On Monday was back to work. At lunchtime, Mr. Hatch sat in the middle of the cafeteria. He spoke to everyone and passed out chocolates from his heart box. On the way home, as usual, he stopped at the newsstand. Mr. Smith